there, I'm Emily Hagger reporting for Show and Stay. Today we bring you our top 10 theatre going tips. Tip number 1, book the best seats you can afford. If you go to one of those grotty looking central London booths, you may think you've bagged yourself a bargain. However, you'll be sorely disappointed when you discover a big pillar blocking your line of sight. Generally, the best seats are in the centre, a couple of rows back from the front of the stalls and the first row of the dress circle, which is the balcony to you and I. As a rule, price is a fair guide. You get what you pay for. Theatres aren't out to rip you off, and the expensive seats mean you get the best view. Tip 2, arrive early. A trip to the theatre and going down your local multiplex on a Saturday are very different things. We recommend you arrive 30 to 45 minutes before the show. Personally, I love the buzz you get in an auditorium before a show begins, and of course you need to leave yourself time to get a drink, a programme and that all-important queue for the loos. Which brings us to our next tip. Tip 3. Have a wee before the show. I know it sounds utterly ridiculous. You'd be amazed the number of people who can't be bothered to queue beforehand and then find they cannot wait until the interval. There's nothing more annoying than being drawn into the fantasy world created on stage only to be dragged back to reality by some idiot shuffling along, apologising to everyone on their way. It makes sense. Go before the show. Rule 4, radio silence. You know those announcements that go off telling you to turn your phones off? Or off actually means off. Because you see, the funny thing with many mobile phones nowadays is that the buzz or the glow they make is still noticeable, particularly in a quiet auditorium. In short, unless you're a doctor on call, expecting a baby, or maybe you've left the kids at home with a babysitter, please switch it off. Tip 5, dress appropriately. This rule's a lot looser than you might think. Jeans are perfectly acceptable to wear to the theatre nowadays. We would say, however, don't rock up in your favourite football shirt or velour jogging suit emblazoned with slogans. Whilst the days of top hats and tails are long gone, personally, I like to dress up for the theatre and make an effort. However, whatever you do choose to wear, make sure you're comfortable, because theatres, especially when they're packed out, can get extremely hot.